Okay, but before I load the film, I want to show you how the Mamiyas react when you remove and insert the back, and of course how you remove and insert the backs. I'm going to start with the film back. Okay, basically this is what the camera looks like without the lens. It's very similar to an SLR, a bit larger and very comfortable to grab. Not very easy to hold and walk around with, and when you actually release the mirror, it's a very large mirror. It's almost impossible for it not to shake, and I'm kind of having some problems with that. Anyway, this AF model, the differences between the models, different models, really have mainly to do with the distribution of buttons and functions. For example, here you have the mirror up on the side, which you kind of, when the thing is on, you can turn it all the way down, it turns the mirror up. In the AFD2, it's a button right next to the dial here. It says M up here, and it's electronic. You just press it and it flips the mirror up and closes the aperture. Now, you still, this is still electronic. You can't really turn it unless it's turned on. So if I turn this on, I can now flip the mirror, but when it's off, when the camera is off, it won't flip. Oh, it flipped. Okay, I'm at a loss. Anyway, probably it's not that electronic after all. Anyway, the film back comes has these two security locks. One to secure the back on the camera, and one to open up the back where you load the film. Now, this is the first security lock. Well, it's a double action security lock. So what you do is you pull this side down, this thing down, and you push this thing in at the same time. So 1, 2, and it releases the lock. Now this is the film insert, and it says, you can see it says here 120. If you want to use 220 film, you actually use the same insert. You just press this upwards, you know, to release it, turn it to the opposite direction, and now it says 220. So of course I'm going to use 120 film, so I'm going to keep it on 120. The difference, as I said in my other video, has to do with the thickness of the back. What did they used to call this? I forgot. Anyway, and of course you insert this, close it, and it will tell you ISO 100. ISO 100, and the film is 120, so it can sense which side of the film you're on, whether 120 or 220. I'm going to try to load a lens and see if it's gonna fire. It's not firing. Is it even? I want to focus. Underexposed. -10. +1. For some reason this camera doesn't really want to release the shutter, even though it's not really saying anything about there's no being film. And then this is why I just want to load a film today and see if it's gonna work. But before that, I'll show you the other lock here. This is what you use to remove the film back. Use the same action and take it out. And you will notice that the shutter and the mirror will automatically flip once you remove the film back. This is for safety and security because it's a huge shutter over here. Now it becomes very exposed. You can easily touch it, poke it, and pretty much kill your camera. The mirror also flips up for safety, and this is how it works. Now, if in case you were wondering how it does that, the switch which releases the shutter and mirror is this one right here. Okay, so when you remove the film, the film back, if it doesn't release, if the shutter is still closed, this is a very dangerous kind of situation for the shutter. So what you would do is touch this, poke it a little bit. This would be a bit kind of locked in place. Just poke it, and it'll just flip up. Okay, if your camera is working. Anyway, same thing with the digital back, but the release is on the other side. So instead of being here, there's nothing here. You have this one, and you press it in, take it out. I don't know if you've heard that. When I separated the film from this end here, it released the security lock and saved my shutter and mirror. To load the backs back onto the body, you kind of just align the bottom here with the metal part here. You align them, okay, and just like this. And then the mirror and shutter will automatically come down. Okay, this was a long and boring and very intermittent part about the backs. I'm going to load the film now and see how it works.